Have you always been a fan of sci-fi, and if so, what is your all-time favorite series?
Sci-fi has sort of been present in my life, whether I like it or not, for a while. And I've enjoyed being in it. When I was younger, I guess I didn't watch that much sci-fi, but I did love things like Star Wars, of course, like everybody else, and The Never-Ending Story. Is that considered like fantasy sci-fi, kind of? Love that movie. And The Labyrinth. Oh my God. We were just playing that in Vancouver again, actually, at the Cinematheque, and I missed it, but I really wanted to see it. So I've always had things like that in my life, but I haven't made an effort to keep it in my life, but I love it. I mean, I think it's a really fun genre, and I think that right now it's developing into something that's a little more mainstream, and that people are not looking at it as like a weird, freakish thing. I mean, I think that there was a lot of stigma attached to sci-fi, and that's no longer the case. I think Battlestar Galactica actually was sort of the first show to really throw it out. What a great show that was. To like throw it, get it out there into the world as something that was interested a lot of people. So yeah, I like sci-fi. I'm a fan of sci-fi.
We have a question right here.
Where?
Right here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes. As an actor, do you have a preferred genre of work to do, like sci-fi or drama, fantasy, westerns, something like this? Does it really matter what genre it is, or is it just all a job?
It does matter. It matters a lot because as an actor, I guess actors are different. I'll speak for myself. I put 100% of myself into something. And first of all, I don't want to spend a ton of time doing something that I don't enjoy doing. And it takes up hours of your life and years of your life. And if you hate it, you'll be a very bitter person when you're working. I've worked on stuff that I don't like, and I've learned my lesson. I won't mention here what they were, but things I'm not proud of, and it just doesn't feel good. And you find yourself not giving the best part of yourself, and it's just not nice. So for me, it really matters. And when I read something now, it's really about whether I the material has to transcend, the material has to be something that I really want to work on, or the character has to be something that I really want to play. So if it has both, wonderful, but if I can find a quality about it that I believe is a story that needs to be told, or is a character that I really want to play, then that's a yes for me.
All right, this is kind of a loaded question.
Okay.
But out of all of the science fiction, out of all the ships and all of the different technology, which is your favorite out of what you've worked on and in general overall?
Which is my favorite technology of everything I've worked on? Is that what you're asking? Yeah. Oh, that's so hard. I'm gonna go with Firefly. And the reason is, not that I'm just here with a bunch of fans, but the reason is that technology to me was the most realistic because it was something that was tangible for me. The ship was old and creaky. We had old style like antique furniture, which is bizarre and eclectic. And all the handles for things on the ship were like airplane compartments. So it's stuff you've seen on an airplane, and it makes sense that would be what it would be. And on V, I think the technology is awesome, like that virtual wardrobe. Who doesn't want that?
Yeah, no shit.
But I don't see it, on a day-to-day. As I'm working, I'm not a part of it. I see it after, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. So I enjoyed the Firefly one because I could play with it, and it was like, oh, what a neat idea. I want to put my kitchen cabinets like that. So it was cool.
Hi. There was a picture of you online. I think you were at Comic-Con this year. And you had platinum blonde hair.
I did.
And I was just curious. It was a good look for you, but I was surprised seeing it, and I was wondering what that was for. Was that for another project you have going on?
That was for fun. I was bored. I had some time off. I can't grow my hair out, so I decided I would bleach it. And I did a little video of myself, and I sent it to the producers of V. And I was like, hi guys, what do you think? And they were like, please tell me that's special effects. I was like, no, why? You don't like it? So So needless to say, they made me diet back immediately. But it was fun for a couple weeks. I was red, actually, right after that, which was really fun. Like bright red. I'm going to do that again maybe next summer.
Hi. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I read that your mom was also an actress?
Yes.
Or is also an actress? And I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about, I'm not familiar with your mom's work, but I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about the difference between her career and your career, and if you've done similar or very different kinds of work, and how she's helped you out with your acting process.
Yeah, very different. My mom, she's an actress in Brazil, where I was born, and you know, she worked mostly in the, I guess, 70s and 80s, a little bit now as well. She did a lot of theater, soap operas, and films. And you can, on IMDb, there's a few of her movies that you could probably rent. I personally, I haven't seen all of them because some of them you can't get here in the States. But it was like it's a very different style of acting in Brazil in the 70s. You know, it was just sort of like a more kitschy, experimental theater, and like what they used to call, I don't know what the name of it is here, but like these musicals. Like my mom, you know, originated the Rocky Horror Picture Show in Brazil, but they all wore like hot pants, and you know, it's like in the late 70s. So it was like really, or early 80s, I guess, really, really intense. So you know, very different style for me, and it was wonderful to have. First of all, it was fun to grow up in that environment. I think my first role, I was 6 months old. My mom brought me on stage with her because I was crying backstage, and she happened to be doing a nativity play, and I was baby Jesus for the night. So it was fun to grow up in that environment. I mean, literally, the theater was like a second home to me. I would just be running around until the audience came in, and then I'd be backstage playing with the props and doing things. And I guess it makes sense that I'm an actress. But she was really supportive, and that was a really wonderful thing, is to know that she knew the struggles that I was going through. No matter what style of acting you're doing, everybody's struggling with the same thing of trying to get a job. And it was nice to know that she wasn't the one going, so when are you going to work? When are you going to work? Which I think a lot of actors' parents don't understand the process. And she would always be the one saying to me, chill out, it's going to come. It's just, you know, you got to stick it through. That's just the way it is. You have moments where you don't work. And it was really, really nice to have that.
Hi.
Hi.
I saw you in Our House in New York. You were great.
Cool. Thank you.
I was curious, and feel free to, as a lady can, not answer the question.
Okay.
Nathan Fillion's holding company, I think, is called Johnny Collision.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if you had interesting name for your holding company.
What's a holding company?
Or
like a company, just like your
I think
thing.
it's a tax.
Oh, okay. I do. It's not that interesting. It's just my name. Lame, right? It's my name a little bit different. There's like a few letters switched around, and I would say it, but it's not that interesting, and it might cause me problems because I've been having problems with my emails lately. Like somebody keeps hacking into my email. And I'm like, it's just not. Yeah, I know. And like every month, I get, you know, my iPhone pops up and says your password is invalid, and I'm like, oh, here we go again. And like the person hacks in, changes my password, so I can't get into my account. Why are they doing this? What is in there that they want? I don't know. So, but yeah, it's not that interesting. Thanks. What's that? The V plan, that's what it is. They think I email about that.
If it's changing every month, it may just be that your whatever email you're using makes you change your password every month.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Is that a Gmail thing?
Could be. I don't have Gmail, but
No,
Okay.
Gmail thing.
Well, that was a good theory, though. It made me think twice.